Okay, welcome to Chapter 5. This is where it starts to get fun because we're going to do some interactive programming. Not that it hasn't been fun up to this point, but I think you're going to really enjoy this. So, what we're talking about is control of flow, which is related to the interactive programming. So what the deal is that the user now gets to be part of the show. So control of flow is how's the program controlled? What happens first? What happens next? Etc. etc. Up till now, what we've been doing is that the programmer has been in charge of that, and we've just hit play and watched a movie. Now what you're going to do is program in such a way that the computer's going to do it. Okay, so interactive animations. The deal is that the user is going to provide input, and that's going to determine the order that things happen. Well, how could that happen? And you do this all the time in your life. It could be clicking a mouse. It could be pressing a key on a keyboard. Some other source of input, like a game controller. With those of you that have iPhones or touch screens, that's another way to put input. Unfortunately, with Alice, we're not quite there yet. So now, the control of the flow, the control of the program is in the hands of the user, which makes it very exciting. Okay, so what we're going to be talking about are events. Every time the user provides some sort of input, again, key click, mouse click, whatever, we say an event is generated, and an event is something that happens. So you're going to be writing methods that are going to be connected to events. So an event might cause something, it might move something, that movement might cause something else, so it can get pretty exciting. As it might make sense, the method that you write that's connected with the event is called an event handling method. So when that event is connected to a method, a behavior is created. This should all be pretty much common sense. Now, let's do an example. So we've got a plane. This is a biplane right here. And the user is going to use the keyboard to make the plane do some acrobatic stunts. Okay, so if the user is controlling everything, how do we write the code that provides a system that allows the user to be the pilot? So let's think about the storyboard. Imagine that you want to be in charge of this plane and you want your user to push buttons. First of all, you're going to have to communicate that, but also what will those buttons do? So we're going to use keyboard input. And we're going to use one key to move the biplane forward, your choice, and we're going to use a different key to make it do a barrel turn, and that's where it just spins around itself. So we're going to have to write methods, event handler methods, that respond to each key press. So here are the challenges. Since two keys are used, two events are possible, so two storyboards are needed. Each storyboard is going to be connected to an event handler that responds to a particular event. So think about it. I want you to pause. This is a short movie, so just pause and think for about 30 seconds what those two storyboards would look like. Okay, welcome back. Do you have the answer? Let's see what I came up with and if this matches what you did. So I said when you press the space bar, that's going to both roll the biplane a full revolution, and you might not have thought about this, and that's okay, also play an engine sound. And then the up arrow key press is going to move the biplane forward and also make a sound. So let me show you what that looks like. Okay, so if I hit play, now pay attention, the up key and the spacebar key are the secrets here. If I hit play, right now I'm hitting the up key. That's a bit loud, sorry. And here's the spacebar key. And you can press them together. Okay, and that's it. Okay, so what did we just see? We just talked about events that are created in the event editor. I forgot to show you where that is, but that's up in the top right-hand part. There was a method that was called, and they were synchronized, by the way, the motion with the length of the sound, and you can edit that. Let me go back to it, and I will show you where those things are. Okay, here's the event editor. You just hit create new event, and it gives you a whole bunch of choices. When a key is typed, for example, you can do something. You can choose whatever key it is. Okay, you can even choose a number key, and then do nothing. You go over to your methods, and you'll notice that these are both object level methods associated with the biplane. If you do the biplane, you can drag it into here, and that's it. Okay, I think that's about it. If you have any questions, let me know.